or good afternoon, depending upon where exactly you are. It is a Friday, and it's time to talk about a couple of Tacoma things. First of all, I need to get you guys up on the screen in front of me here. Let's see. Let's view the channel. And let's view the live, see what we get on here. Or see what we're looking at. That's a pretty good view, if I must say so myself. Anyway, it is Friday. Welcome to the live stream. I do need to share this a couple of places, so let's see if I can manage to do that. I'm going to share it to the old Facebook. And then we're gonna share it to the Facebook group. I do have a Facebook group for anybody who's not familiar with it. It's called Fourth Generation Toyota Tacoma Owners Group, and a lot of great people there. The group is growing like mad. So you need to check that out and go ahead and become a member. It's free. So let's share this now. We'll paste that puppy over there, post that up. See, these are all things that you can't do before you get the live stream going. Kind of a bummer, really, because it'd be nice, at least not that I'm aware of. I'm sure there's probably ways to do it, but I guess I'm not smart enough to do that. Let's share it one more place. Let's share it to I guess X, formerly Twitter. Okay, I think we've got it going. I think that's it. I think I'm done. I think I'm done sharing. Let me skip to the live on the screen. And there, I think we're golden. So anyway, it is Friday. It's actually not horribly hot out here yet. You probably can hear the fan going in the background though, because it's still warm enough that I need to have the short sleeve, the cut-off shirt on, and no headband yet. But that might be necessary as I go on here. Depends on how excited I get, right? But nothing yet. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about, what the heck's this thing about? Doug Ford says hi. Hey Doug, how you doing there, buddy? A little sip of the motivational liquid here. Can't beat it. Still not sponsored though. I don't know. They need to get a hold of me. Wouldn't that look good on a cover page somewhere, I think? Probably not. But anyway, we need to talk about this new Tacoma, and specifically a few things, I guess, that are wrong, that maybe Toyota should correct. Some of them I know Toyota won't, particularly the first one, but we'll get to those in just a second. Seth Clement, New Hampshire here. Rob, truthfully, I often forget about this channel and primarily watch the main channel. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts on your new 25. Still enjoying my 24 Sport Premium. This is the main channel. All I did was change the name of the channel. It's still the same channel, if you will. I mean, it's still under, I think on YouTube, it's still under the RobMotive umbrella, if you will. But it's still the same. So, I mean, if you search RobMotive and click to go to RobMotive, you're going to be here because it's the same channel. It's not a new channel. Nothing like that. Might have to blow my nose 30, 40 times during the live stream because I have allergies. It's deep South Texas, and you're going to get hit by them. Let me turn this fan a little bit. Let's see. Speaking of blowing my nose, let me do that. Okay, much better. Much better. So anyway, yeah, it's the same channel. It's, oops, and the way they have this set up. I mean, if I scroll to update the screen, or at least I think I'm updating the screen, I go to somebody else's live stream. So I don't know what the heck that's about. But anyway, a few things that that apparently are wrong. Seth Clement, that makes sense now. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah, same channel, same guy, different truck, different mods. I did one yesterday that's different than I've ever done before, and actually I did two yesterday. Both are different. One is similar, but it's different. Anyway, people have been asking me, when's the new truck coming? I keep seeing the Terra truck on the channel. And that's true. And the reason is that there are videos that are done ahead of time because you can't possibly post up videos as frequently as I do and not have some done ahead of time, right? I mean, let's say one day you don't feel well, or I don't know, something comes up and you have to do something else. I mean, I'm not just going to leave you guys hanging, right? So there are videos that are pre-scheduled that are out there that are going to play out. And I will say, I believe Sunday is the big announcement. I know, I let the cat out of the bag every time I do something, right? But the big announcement for the new truck is going to be, I think it's Sunday. And from then on, it's all about the new truck, mods and things and stuff. So stay tuned for it. It's coming soon. Let's see. Truth, you're confused. You're in the wrong place. This is not a political channel. So now I got to put you in timeout. I'm just gonna hide you. There we go. Because this is not a political channel, you are more than welcome to express your political views on any other channel that you would like, but not here. That's not what this channel is about. So I suggest you go to the right place and express your political views. Not here. Anyway, let's get on with it. New videos coming. Or I shouldn't say new videos, they're all new videos, but videos specifically on the new truck are going to be coming on, I believe it starts Sunday, and from then on. And the name change, let's talk about that for just a minute. I know people are curious, why did you change the name? Oh man, we've got a bead in here. Oh, he's going to have to depart one way or another. You fly under the table. I hate bees, wasps, bees. You can have them all. I don't like them. So anyway, if you see me jump up or the table goes flying, you'll know why. Anyway, changed the name of the channel because I thought a couple of reasons. Number one, RobMotive. What's RobMotive? Nobody knows what RobMotive is. Nobody's going to think to search or look for RobMotive unless they already know the name of the channel. And if they already know the name of the channel, then my mission is complete, I guess. But for anybody out there who doesn't know, maybe they're searching Taco or Tacoma or Driven, or Taco is part of the Tacoma name. Makes the channel, I hope, easier to find. That's the idea. You know, it's kind of like some folks that used their names. I mean, if you're Tom Wazakowski, who's going to search for that? I mean, how many people are searching for Tom, and how many people are searching for Wazakowski, for example? You wouldn't be unless you know that person, right? So it kind of limits how much you can grow, I think. So that was the main reason. Let's have a name that's a little more related to the brand or to the subject matter of the channel itself, right? TacoDriven. I think it's cool. I like the name. There were others that I might have chosen, but unfortunately, they were taken. I couldn't choose anything else. And you never want to choose a name that somebody else is using on YouTube. I mean, that, you know, like, I don't know, Toyota Tacoma 531. What? And there's lots of people that do that. I don't know why. You want your own specific name. And any name that you use is trademarked on YouTube, right? So I do still hold the RobMotive name, by the way. It's not like it's out there. It's still held by me. You never let your names go. But anyway, just to kind of clear that up a little bit, and I think a fresh start for the new truck on the channel. The Terra truck is gone. Love the color, but really wanted to do something different. I wasn't a big fan of the off-road. There's nothing wrong with it, but the Sport just is, it's more nimble. It feels like strangely, a stronger truck to me. It's fun to drive, it's quicker, and I just like it better, that trim level. Again, nothing wrong with the off-road, it's a personal preference. I'm not dogging the off-road. I had one. I've had more than one in the past with third gens. But you gotta have what you like, right? It's kind of difficult when you know there's something out there, for me, something better, along the same lines generally, that you should have. And for me, I have found it. This is it, the Sport. Awesome truck, love the looks of it. Love the hood scoop on it, even though it's not functional, I know, but I still love it. Vastly, did you keep anything off of your Terra? I kept almost everything off of the Terra. The only stuff that I didn't keep were things that you couldn't remove without altering the OEM version of the truck, if you will. I didn't want to do anything like that. I would never try to get the most out of a truck that I can if I've done a mod that's altered the truck. For instance, the grill. The grill was really just laziness on my part. I could have taken the whole front end off, taken the grill out, put the OEM back in. I still have the OEM somewhere. What did I do with it? It's around. I guess I need to put it up on the wall. It's in a box, I think, sitting up there actually. But I still have it. I could have put it on, but I just didn't want to go through that process because it's time consuming and it's a bit tedious. I mean, if you break something, you're screwed. And if you're trying to turn a truck back in, you certainly don't want to break it and then have an expense. So I left that on the truck. I think there was one other thing. I can't remember what it is. There was one other thing that I left on the truck. I don't know. But anyway, enough of that. None of this is about what this live stream is, right? Let's talk about the worst things about the new Toyota Tacoma, particularly the 25 in my case. Number one, the price. The price is horrendous. What they're charging for these trucks. Now, Toyota, they do have kind of a higher level that they ask for the trucks anyway. They've never been the cheapest truck out there, but you know, it's a real sour taste when Toyota comes out with a remake that originally, or a redesign, that originally a lot of people weren't real happy about to begin with the 4-cylinder turbo, the appearance change of the truck, the way that the options, which we'll talk about in a minute, have changed. So it never sits well when they do something like that. And of course they expect you to buy this new truck. That's the idea, right? So it kind of feels like a slap in the face, right? We've got this great new truck. We want you to buy it, and we're going to charge you more money for the pleasure, the process of doing it. That just doesn't sit well, right? So that's a problem. Now, is Toyota going to change that? No, they're not going to change that. If anything, the price on the 2026s might go up. You know, they seem to raise the price every year anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised with a 500 to, I don't know, across the board, different trim level lines, maybe as high as $2,000 or $3,000 increase. It wouldn't surprise me. Let's see. Luke Durham, is the gloss black Tacoma badge a sport trim thing? All the ones I've seen are matte. I don't think so. I can't remember what. Oh, I don't have the grill out. I can't remember what it was You might be right. You might be right. Because I think the TRD off-road was matte, if I recall, and I had painted that. But I don't remember for sure. I don't know, but all it is an overlay. If you pop that badge off, underneath it is chrome. So it's just a glossy overlay on top of the chrome badge. Kind of chintzy, you know. Why doesn't Toyota put a real colored badge on the truck all throughout, you know? I don't know, but they don't. Mario, is it possible to utilize a mic on your live streams? It is. Why? Is the volume bad? Can you not hear me? I know it's not as good as the mics I wear or mic I wear to film videos when they work. But is this bad? Can you not hear me? And I know the fan's going, and I'm sure you can hear that. There's ambient noise, but I don't have a setup for the camera I'm using right now. So, but yes, to answer your question, DSC. I'll keep my 2017. I'm assuming your 2017 is paid for. So, of course, the best truck you can own, I say this all the time, is the one that's paid for. So, yes, you should keep your 2017. But I'm curious, have you driven the a 4th gen? Do you know what it's like? Anastasio, Armio, oops, I'm sorry if I'm getting this wrong, says hi, how you doing? Mario says, yeah, I find the volume low, and especially when you turn and talk, it gets really hard to hear you. Okay, I get that. I'll work on that. I need to get a cable. I used to have it. I seem to have lost it. I don't know where the hell it went, but I will work on that just for you and anybody else that feels the same. DSC says, yeah, well, what did you like about it? I mean, I assume since you say you'll keep your 17, you're saying that kind of sarcastically. Why don't you like the 4th gen? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you loved it. I don't know. Seth Clement, have you had any issues with vibration on any of your 4th gens once you went with a new wheel tire setup? I believe one of my KO3s is having a hard time balancing out. Hopefully not a needle bearing. Well, I assume since you mentioned needle bearing, you have some sort of a lift. I have not had any problems with vibration on any of the 3 that I've had, and 2 of them had front end level lifts. They were firmer. I did get a noise on the 2nd one when I turned the wheel. I think it was a poor installation myself, but it firmed up both of them, but never a vibration, I don't think. And I'm guessing that's probably more a function of the lift that I'm guessing that you have, since you mentioned the needle bearing. DSC, I also own a 93 Toyota 4x4 bought new. I don't want another 4-cylinder. That's good enough. I do love the looks of the 2025. I got you. I'm only asking out of curiosity, really. I mean, obviously, it's your money. Do whatever you want. If you simply didn't like the truck, then that's good enough reason too, right? I mean, I always find that when I buy any vehicle, I have to be attracted to the vehicle. Not in a weird way. I mean, I have to like it, you know. It has to be good looking to me or I'm not interested. I really don't buy vehicles for merely the utility of them, if you will. It's not something I do. Number 2 on what's wrong with the 2025 Tacoma. And this really, all of this stuff is really 4th gen. It's not just the 2025. Fuel economy. Man, it sucks. It's worse than the 3rd gen, I think. And I had lifted 3rd gens. I had bigger wheels and tires on 3rd gens. I shouldn't say it's worse. It's equivalent to, for me. 16.1 miles to the gallon right now, and I'm sure it's dropping. Granted, it's a new truck, there's a break-in, I understand that, but it does not get great fuel economy. It certainly is not getting the kind of fuel economy that Toyota stated. So there's something wrong with that, in my opinion. Louis Aguiar, sorry if I got the name wrong. Hi Rob, I love my 24 Tacoma TRD Sport, but after a year I'm thinking of going back to a Tundra. Tundra is just bigger and feels better. Plus, those 219 miles of fill up on a Taco is Yeah, I mean, you're talking two different animals, you know. I mean, a Tundra's a big full-size truck. And I always find it funny, not dogging you, but people that go from Tundras that complain about the Tacomas, particularly when it comes to room and hauling and all that stuff, it's like, well, you're talking apples to oranges, man. You had a full-size truck and the Tundra's cavernous inside. I mean, it's a big truck. And then you go to a Tacoma, which is small. Yeah, there's going to be a difference and you're going to feel it. I think a lot of people just get caught up in the aura of the Toyota Tacoma, and there is an aura, let's face it. We folks that buy them, we're part of a brethren, a club, right? And a lot of other people want to join that club. Problem is, they get in the club and find out they don't like it. Not the people, not the camaraderie, but the vehicle itself. And I get that. I mean, if you're a family of four, you know, you, your spouse, a couple of kids, maybe they're, I don't know, it doesn't even matter, because if they're in child seats, you got to screw with that. If they're older, they're not going to fit, and they're going to complain. You're going to have to listen to it, and nobody wants to do that. So I get it. I get it. For me, the mid-sized truck market is really for two people, or, I mean, I guess you could stretch it to two people with really, really little kids that you never remove those car seats, but man, it's definitely not for four good-sized people. You just don't fit well, you know? DSC says, Toyota, oops, I lost the screen again, man. The way this functions. Toyota for life. You're not alone. A lot of people are very loyal. You know, I watched a short shortly before this live stream, and the guy was talking about all the different trucks and which ones are good and which ones aren't. And he was talking full size, and he came to the Tundra, which year you should buy, and he said any. And he admitted he's a fan. So I don't know. Number 3, the options, the standard options for each trim level. You know, it's a hard pill to swallow, man. At the end of the life cycle of the Gen 3, when you bought a TRD Sport, you pretty much got everything that you would want on it, right? It had a rear slider, had power seats, some other things, and then the Gen 4 comes out, and all of a sudden the rear slider, it's an option. And the power seats, they're an option. And other things. Now you're paying more money for the truck, and you're getting less in the form of standard options. And that pissed a lot of people off. I mean, I was disappointed. It wasn't a deal breaker for me, obviously. Oh, and speaking of the power seats, we got to talk about that. I had a comment in the group this morning. Somebody was asking if they should take their, well, they did actually. They were asking if other people have this problem. This is funny. They said they took their truck into the Toyota dealership because the manual seats that they have keep going down. Every few days, they got to pump that lever 5-6 times to bring the seat back where they had it. Well, it's your rear end sliding across that lever and lowering it every time you get in and out of the truck. It's that simple. It's a simple thing. It's a design flaw, in my opinion. When people get into the truck, they slide into the truck. Nobody that I know gets into the truck, steps up in the air so their rear end is above the seat, goes into the truck, and then sits down. Everybody gets in like this, and everybody gets out like that, right? So every time you do that, you push on that lever and you lower the seat a notch or 2 maybe more. The problem is the lever's too high and it's too level with the edge of the seat. It needs to be lower, maybe even on the front, I don't know. But the way Toyota has it, it's too close to the edge, the collapsible cloth edge or leather, although I don't think you can get leather without automatic seats or power seats. But anyway, when you slip out of there, that lever sits like just a little bit below. When you look at it, you think it wouldn't be a problem, right? But the cushioning of the seat pushes down when your rear end slides across it, when your weight is on it, and pushes that lever a notch. And the seat goes click, click, click. And pretty soon, You're sitting on the floor and you're thinking, my seat, I thought there was a ghost in my Tacoma, right? I couldn't figure it out for a while. And then it dawned on me, gee, the lever's right there. Every time I slide out and slide in, I'm pushing that damn lever and the seat goes up and down. I don't know. It's a problem in my opinion. Whether Toyota will actually fix it or not, I don't know. All right, let's see a couple of comments here. LRM Guitars. The best things about the 25 Tacomas is when you have lots of money, you can just keep buying new ones, LOL. I'll take that as a slam against me. So funny. Let's see. Techno Z. I've got a 21 first gen Tacoma. You're lucky. I hope it's in good shape. I'd love to have a first gen, second gen. Awesome trucks. Tech Z says hi. Luis Villa. Hey Rob, I'm a new Tacoma owner and I just bought a 24 SR5 4x4. And when I'm shifting from high 4 to low 4 to regular H2, the gears make a heavy clunk noise. Is that normal? Well, first of all, congratulations on the truck. And secondly, yes, it is normal. It's not always going to be the same noise. Sometimes it's going to be a louder clunk. Sometimes you're going to feel it a little bit more. Sometimes it's going to be smoother. Sometimes it's going to be quieter. It just kind of depends on what mood the Tacoma's in that day. At least that's my experience with it. Shawnee Sean. Hi Rob, enjoying the content. I have a 25 Taco SR5. Just purchased third party 17-inch wheels. What tire size and brand do you recommend without modification? I put KO2s on mine recently. As far as tire size goes, it kind of depends on other things. I mean, what's your offset on the wheels? They're gonna determine what tire size you can go with. Do you have a lift? Do you not have a lift? What are you trying to do? For me, the KO3s, I don't know if I said 3s or 2s, the KO3s have been good. I was always a big fan of Falcon Wildpeak AT3Ws, and I still am. But unfortunately, they were discontinued to come out with the latest and greatest, which is the AT4W. And I mean, BF Goodrich did the same thing. They got rid of the KO2s, they have the KO3s. When I did my research, the KO3s actually rated higher than the Falcon Wildpeak AT4Ws. Had the AT3Ws still been available, I would have gone with them. And I'm not saying you can't get them anywhere. I'm sure they're out there. You know, they manufacture gazillions of tires, so they're probably not all sold out yet. But I just went with the KO3s because, oh, and I also wanted white letters out, which I did on my truck. I don't believe you can get it that way with the Falcon Wildpeak, so that was another determining factor for me. Seth Clement, smart move on the channel name. Hopefully it will bring in that many more subscribers. Well, that's the idea in the long run. I mean, anybody that is a full-time YouTuber like me, we're always looking for subscribers, but that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is views. Views is what we want. And I think once you get to a certain level on YouTube, subscriber numbers aren't quite as important. What subscriber numbers do is they give you validity. I mean, for instance, let's say you're looking for a video on how to put the front grille on the Tacoma. And a bunch of videos come up because a lot of people have done it or are doing it. And you see subscriber counts, you know, Fred Smith has 10 subscribers. And Joe Martin has 5,000 subscribers. And TacoDriven has 47,000 subscribers. At least with me, you're more likely to go with the higher channel number. It adds validity to the channel, and that's really the biggest reason why subscriber numbers are important. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. You can have 10 subscribers, but if you're getting 1 million videos or 1 million views per video, you're doing okay, let me tell you. Let's see. Lewis, okay, thanks a lot. You're welcome, Shawnee Sean. Plus 25, no lift or leveling. I went with a 275/70, 275/70 R18. If you go to TireSize.com, plug that size in, and then plug in other tire sizes that you might be interested in. Look for the one that is as close to as possible to that size, 275/70 R18. And you'd want to put in whatever R17, and then it'll bring up a picture and you can see how that tire compares. I say that because I don't have a lift and I don't have any issues. So that's how I would approach it. Again, it's TireSize.com. Great site to look at different setups and see how they affect. But otherwise, you should be fine. That's the same offset as what I have. And I don't have any issues. Mario, I just got a set of Falcon Wild Peak AT4s. They replaced my AT3s that lasted extremely well, just over 6 years and 50,000 miles. Hopefully the new ones, excuse me, last just as long. Good for you. I just heard that the KO3s are a little better when it comes to comfort, ride quality, stuff like that, which is always what I'm interested in. I want the smoothest, nicest ride I can get. And so far, I'm happy. The KO3s seem to be really good. And I've had them before. And you know, I would rank them before the new versions, the Falcon Wild Peak AT3Ws, then the KO2s, and then the Goodyear Duratrax. Those were the most comfortable tires that I'd had in the past. So it was real close between the Duratrax, Trax, I think it's Trax, and the KO2s. So who knows? I don't know what that was. Shawnee Sean, thanks for your suggestion. You are quite welcome. Hopefully it helps. Number 4, the giant frickin' muffler on the back of the truck. By the way, we're talking about the worst things about the 2025 of the 4th Gen Tacomas. That giant muffler, giant exhaust, the tip, the last part of the exhaust system. It looks so out of place to me. First of all, it looks humongous back there. Why they went with such a big pipe? I mean, the end of the pipe doesn't matter. It's about the size of the pipe all the way down, and it's about this big until you get to the tip, and then it's about this big. Looked like a cannon back there, and the way it's slung or hangs down or whatever, it just did not look good to me. I went with an exhaust dump pipe, something that a lot of people are doing with the trucks. I love it. I think it's fantastic. And on this one, and I did go with a different one this time. The one I had on the truck before was rusting badly. So, and it had only been on the truck for what, 6 months, a year, whatever it was. So I decided to go with somebody else's, and I'm pleasantly surprised with it so far. There'll be an install video coming. You guys will get to see it, but what it is, it's just a short pipe, kind of curve, comes off of the area where the back section of the exhaust bolts on, and that back section has a resonator on it as well. You take that piece off, you put this pipe on, which now exits the exhaust under the truck, as opposed to off the side, and that's it. Now, some people have expressed a fear or concern that because the exhaust is now exiting under the truck, that it's somehow going to come in the truck and kill you. Toyota builds the TRD Pro and the Trail Hunter with the same exhaust tip on it, the axle dump exhaust, for off-roading purposes. It's not a problem. I have never noticed an exhaust odor of any kind inside my truck. So this fear or fear-mongering by some that putting an exhaust or an axle dump pipe on your truck is bad. Think of the risk Toyota would be taking in doing that with the hundreds of thousands of trucks they sell. by putting something out that's going to hurt, potentially kill their customers. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? So no issues with mine. Mario says, plus the AT4s look so good too. They do. It is a good looking tire. It's too bad I don't believe they offer them with the white letters, because I think that because the KO3s do, and they have that, and I have them out on my truck, I think they look better now. But without that, yeah, I'd say the Wild Peaks do look better. It's really because of the lug work along the sides, the edges. Let's see. Huynh. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. I'm fine with the 25 Taco, but the air dam's got to go. Oh, every time. Every time. It's one of the first things I did on my new truck. Terry Bash. Where's the Toyota Tacoma, Rob? It's gone. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I painted it blue crush. I put the OEM grill back on, and I added a hood scoop. That's the God's honest truth. I swear. Let's talk about that air dam in the front. Another interesting piece. You know, Toyota put that on, I'm sure, for fuel economy purposes. By making the truck more aerodynamic, they probably got a half a tenth or something of added fuel economy. So something they could use with the government to say their truck gets better fuel economy, but they made it so simple to take off. It's 8 or 9 screws. You take it off, you're done with it. Now, you are going to have a whistling noise, because if you don't have the plugs in the lower control arms, there are 4 holes, 4 on each control arm, that the air blows over and whistles. You're going to hear it in the cab, unless yours are already plugged. I've seen some out there where Toyota is plugging them from the get-go, and I think it's when they supply trucks that don't have the air dam already, like the TRD Off-Road. I think my TRD Off-Road had the plugs. I don't recall. I'll have to pull up an old video and take a look at that. And Toyota does sell the plugs, but don't buy them from Toyota. I have a link on a video that's upcoming. I can also send it out if people are interested. Maybe I'll put it below this live stream if there's any interest, but it's like $6 for 20 of them. $6. You're going to pay a bit more than that from Toyota, let me tell you. Let's see. Eric B says, any regrets trading the off-road in for a sport? None whatsoever. I am a TRD sport guy. I have found that out. It took me 2 trucks to get there. But I am a TRD sport guy. It's the truck for me in the Tacoma line. Terry, I removed mine and had the whistling. I put the plugs in mine. Yeah, the plugs take care of it instantly, and it's easy. If you get the ones that I'm talking about, it doesn't matter, whatever ones you get. I mean, there's a damn wasp. Man, I want to kill that mother. They've got like a home in here somewhere. They're like squatting in my garage, and every once in a while, one of them comes by to visit. All right, I've got to grab my wasp killing towel. Hold on a minute. Oh, here it is. He's getting a little too friendly. He's getting a little too close. So I'm gonna have to off him if he persists or gets stung in the process. Hopefully not. It's been a while since I've been stung by a bee. Not really looking to have that happen now, especially on a live stream. You might hear me scream or no, I wouldn't do that. Anyway, yeah, you got to put the plugs in. Uno, Roberto, sun's out, guns out. How you doing, bud? I'm doing good. How are you, man? There's no sun. We've got the, I guess it's a low, might become a tropical depression. I don't know what it is. It's this glob that's moving along the Louisiana coast, and then it's going to slam into Texas and might bring us some rain down here. I don't know. We're pretty far south, so we're not going to get a lot, but we might get some from it. I don't know. They're predicting heavy rain possibly this afternoon, so I don't know. As long as it's not like that rain they had up in hill country here. That was horrible. Not expecting that kind of rain, but something's coming. Let's see. Terry says I picked mine up on Amazon. Absolutely. JC Hailstorm said hi. JC, how you doing there, buddy? Gabalito Medeiros. Gabalito Medeiros. Me too. Awesome. I assume you're talking about the plugs. Uno says TRD Sport Manual Life. You got a nice truck, man. Reef Keeper. Between your Tesla Gladiator and Taco, which one do you drive the most? You know, before I got the Sport, it was the Tesla. Now, I probably split time half and half-ish between the TRD Sport and the Tesla. I love the Tesla. The Tesla's my favorite car of all time. It's just awesome. If you've never driven a Tesla, you owe it to yourself to try one. They're just amazing vehicles, man. They go when you want to go. They're just amazing. But anyway, probably about half and half now. Let's see. Universal asks, I have been stung. It sucks getting stung. You know what? It's funny too, because I honestly think getting a shot, you know, like a flu shot or something, is actually more painful from what I remember. It's been years. Because a bee, I mean, yeah, it sticks that stinger in you, which has a barb on it. I think it's like a barb, so it does kind of rip when it comes out, or rips out of them, which is kind of dumb. Bees are kind of dumb, aren't they? They sting you, and then their stinger rips off, and they die. Does that make any sense? Who does that? And are they really the big winner in the end? No, they're dead. Doesn't make any sense. What a stupid animal. Oh, there he is. He's back. All right, hold on. I don't know where he is. He obviously doesn't like me out here, but this is my garage, man. Stupid things. I know they have a nest somewhere. He keeps coming by. He's got to die. I'm just saying. He's got to be exterminated. I use it. There he is. Man, there must be more than one. He comes in, he goes out. I know what they're doing. They're bringing mud in here. They're bringing mud in here to build their nests. That's what they're doing. Anyway, Terry says, the weather of late has been crazy. I know. Chuck, I love the TRD Sports too. This is my third one. They're awesome, man. Uno, how's the adorable Krista been doing? She doing any mudding yet? She's doing good. No mudding. She did have the Jeep out yesterday. I think she likes it. I don't know. She really likes the two doors more. Dabalito, me too. TRD Sport, that's what I mean. Yep, I understand. Retta Gray, one yellow jacket under shirt stings multiple times. Yeah, yellow jackets are a different breed. They're like the tanks, right? They go under and that stinger just goes, brrr. It's like they're trying to drill a hole through you. I was stung by a yellow jacket once when I was a little kid. That's probably why I have my thing against flying death insects now. Ugh. He's going to be back. You guys probably see him flying around behind me. I wouldn't be surprised. Eric B. recently sold my third gen. Had about 10K in positive equity. Going to continue saving to make a big down payment on a fourth gen. I want a TRD Sport Premium in bronze. Nice choice. Nice choice. Uno, I sprayed the ish out of 4 wasp nests at my house. It was enjoyable. Oh yeah, there's really nothing more satisfying than when they're finally lying there unlived unlived, no longer alive. You know, you got them. You won. You conquered this tiny little thing that everybody is so freaking afraid of. For good reason. They're horrid. All right, number 5. It's taken a long time to get through this. I only have 2 left. Number 5, the difficulty of changing the front grille. I mean, come on, Toyota. Surely you know we all changed this grille. Why did you make it so hard? Why? Now you have to take the whole front end off to do it. And underneath there, you've got louvers. Are they still here? Oh, yes. You've got louvers under there to mess with. So not only do you have to rip the whole front end of the truck off, you have to take off this panel of louvers. You have to unplug this sensor, which is actually, fortunately, down here now. So you're not really getting into that. But nonetheless, you got to screw with all this stuff. Before, we had like 4 little fasteners that pulled up and 2 bolts. We took the front end off. You could take the grill off easily, put it back on, no problem. Not anymore. Not anymore. You've got to take a leak, hope you don't break anything, and rip the front end of the truck off. It sucks. I shouldn't say it sucks. It's unnerving when you're doing it because you know it's a major part of the truck, and the last thing you want to do is hose up your truck, right? That's just wrong. They should have made it so this center piece could come off easier. They don't. They're not going to change it. It's the way it is. I'm sure they probably don't like people taking them off, but nonetheless, it sucks. Uno says, don't let that wasp land on your head, Rob. I know. You know what my biggest fear is, honestly, of these bees? Oh, it is. God, I dropped my fly swatter. See, they're going over there now. They were going up here in the lift. Now they're going over there somewhere. So I don't know. Did you see it? Did you see it come by? It's huge. It's like the size of a bird. But anyway, they're going over there now. I hope they're nesting somewhere in the wheel of the Jeep. Because then, once I get going, it's going to obliterate them. But yes, they're going over there. He's going to be back. I know he will. It's a little embarrassing. But anyway, my biggest fear is to have one fly into my glasses, like between the lens and my eye, and start stinging me in the eye. That's my biggest fear. You know, one comes by, could you imagine? And you know that's happened to somebody, right? I don't want it to happen to me. Particularly not ever, really. You know? I don't know. Enough about that. Let's see here. Terry says, just hit 1,000 miles on my 25 TRD off-road hybrid, loving it. Never thought I would be a hybrid owner. It's the wave of the future, man. Uno, take care of yourself, Rob, and give him the best from adorable Krista. Got to get back to work. Keep up the good videos. Uno, thank you, and thanks as always for being a part of the channel, stopping in. Uno says, y'all don't forget to share, subscribe, and thumbs up in the live. Take care, y'all. Thank you very much, and I would appreciate that. If you haven't given me the old thumbs up, that's this finger, not this one. I would appreciate it. Reef Keeper, I've had them come into a full face helmet when riding my motorcycle. Not a fun experience, right? That's another thing. I used to ride. I never had that happen, but I had a friend once. He was on the back. He was wearing his helmet, and a bee did just that. Flew in his helmet, stung him, and he was allergic. He ended up having to go to the hospital. It's not a funny thing. I mean, you know, to be that allergic to I would think that would be horrid. If it were me, I would always carry, what are those pins, the needles where you stab yourself? I can't remember what it's called. But I would always carry that with me, because to think that something this big can take you down, that's everywhere. I mean, bees are everywhere, right? Like me sitting out here right now. If I was allergic to bees, I probably would think twice about even doing this, because there's a chance that I could get stung. And anytime you go outside, there's a chance you could get stung, right? So I would always have one of those, what, EpiPens or whatever they're, I don't know if that's it, whatever they're called. Or Benadryl. I think it's Benadryl that you take to offset that. I don't know, but I would always have it, man. Epi, yeah. Ruta Gray, Epi, yeah, EpiPens. I'd always have that with me because I'll be damned if I'm going to kick off from something this big flying around the air and stinging me. It's not going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen now. I'm not allergic, I don't think. I mean, I've been stung. I'm still around. So I think I'm okay, but I'm telling you, that little beck, I think I just saw it again. Man, they're active out here today. Yeah, well, when I shut the garage door and get the temperature up to about 150 out here, they're probably not going to be as active. I found one. It was such a good thing. I found one laying on the floor the other day. He got trapped in the garage because I shut the door. He didn't make it. Oh, I'm so sad. Anyway, here's my hatred for wasps. Ruta Gray says, last sip of dew. Wait a minute. Last sip of dew. Keep cap off and catch a few. No. Oh, I see what you mean. When there's only one sip left. Yeah, they like pop. Or soda, depending on where you're from. Soda. They like that. That's a good way to bring them around. I don't want them around. Terry says, got to get back to work. Can't wait to see the new Tacoma videos. Take care, y'all. Terry, have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. And again, the new videos start on Sunday with the new truck back here. Eric D says, rip Ozzy and the Hulkster. Yes, and don't forget about Theo Huxtable. That was sad. 53 years old, I think, and he drowned. You know, the guy, the kid from the Cosby Show, Theo. Can't think of his, Malcolm Jamal Warner, I think that was his name. He's gone. Chuck Mangione, I think that's his name. He's gone. That's like, 4 or 5 people. Of course, the Hulk, or Hulk Hogan, whatever, I can't remember, Terry. Who's the other one? Ozzy. Oh my God, Ozzy. So that's like 3, 4, 5 people here recently. Eric P says, oh yeah, him too. Reef Keeper, so sad, Eric. I saw Ozzy in '86. Metallica opened up for him. Yeah, what a change since then, right? Metallica opening for Ozzy. They've eclipsed everybody, I think. Metallica, but for good reason. I love Metallica myself. Liked Ozzy too, so. I was quite shocked. I didn't know he was that bad. The Hulk, or Hulk Hogan, I should say. That's not as big of a surprise for me because, frankly, his lifestyle, you know, all the drugs and things to get like he was. I mean, you shorten your lifespan when you do that. So that wasn't surprising, really. Malcolm Jamal Warner. I think that was his name. Wasn't that his name? That was shocking. I was just watching the show, Sneaky Pete, where he played a probation officer, and I just saw the guy on TV, you know, in a more recent role. I don't know, a week or so before that happened. So I'm very familiar with him. Sucks, man. Let's see. W. Brundog. I don't even know what that means. 0 problems with my 24 SR5, except a piece fell out of the door. You know, it's never good when people say, you know, bought this brand new truck, and a piece fell off of it. What? What do you mean a piece fell off of it? That's a bummer. I've seen a couple people talk about that TRD badging that has fallen off. Now yours, let's see, yours is an SR5, so you don't have that, so I assume it's just a blank piece. I don't even know if that's the piece you're talking about, but that sucks. Eric D says, it is sad for sure. Oh yeah, anytime. You know, the older you get, I think your perspective changes. You know, when you're young, death is far off. You don't really think about it much, and it's certainly never going to happen to you because you're young, right? But when you get older and you start to get closer to that, the end, it takes on a whole new meaning. I mean, you know, you think about these guys, these people, everybody that dies every day. They're gone, man. They're no longer on the planet. They're gone. You can't see them. You can't talk to them. You can't get anything from them. I mean, in interaction purposes. I mean, they're gone. They don't exist anymore. And sooner or later, that's all of our fates, right? I mean, unless you can digitize yourself and hope there's never a power failure, you're gone. You only have a very small amount of time. I mean, you know, Malcolm Jamal Warner, like I said, what, 53 years old? 53 years old, and he's gone. He had 53 years on the planet. That's it. Of course, people go a lot younger than that as well. Babies go. So I don't know. It is sad. Let's see. Broomdog, interior door piece. Yeah, I think we're talking about the same piece. Eric D says, are the bed caps secured any better on the new truck? We're going to walk over and take a look at that in just a second. I've been thinking about that myself. Before we do, there's one more thing to talk about when it comes to things that are wrong with the 4th gen 2025, 2024 Tacoma. Those damn bed decals. Toyota must be having the last laugh on that one. You know, they must hate that we removed those decals, right? Because when they decided to go with this new setup, this new decal, they weren't messing around. I mean, that thing, it's like a 3-parter, right? You got that top thin layer that peels off, and then it leaves that white layer, right? The white layer that is impenetrable, it seems. And then adhesive right below that, right? So it's horrid, but I did find something that works. I'm going to have a video coming up because I did remove them off of this truck. It actually dissolves what's left after you take that first layer off. It dissolves everything else. It's amazing stuff. Didn't seem to do any damage to the paint or anything, or the clear coat or anything like that. But man, is it powerful. I mean, you spray that stuff on, and I swear to God, in 30 seconds or so, it's already eating through that second layer. It's a bit of a mess to take off because you kind of have to keep wiping and rolling at it and spraying it. You have to spray it about 5 times, I'd say. You spray the first time, about 30 seconds, you start pushing it off with a rag. Just this kind of a rag in your finger, and it pushes off pretty easy. But then it starts to lose its effectiveness, so you got to spray it again. You push it a little more. The whole time it's becoming more and more soupy-like, right? But it's a mixture of the chemical you're spraying on it and adhesive. So it's a sticky, globular kind of mass. But you push it all together and you pull it off all over the rag, and it is so much simpler. So much simpler than doing it with anything else. Wait a minute, I have something new I don't recognize on the screen. Hold on a second. Steve Matson says, hello, Eric D. Welcome to Tacoma fans. Steve, you've become a channel member. Thank you. That's the first time I've ever had that happen on a live stream. Wow, I didn't even know it did that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's awesome. By the way, what I'm talking about, you can become a channel member. There is a cost to it. I can't remember even what it is. It's not too much, I don't think. But you can become a channel member. It helps support the channel. Enables me to do these mods and things, which hopefully helps you guys out if you're doing the same thing. And it costs less than Netflix. Costs less than Apple TV. So anyway, Eric, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm actually the member, LOL. That's awesome. Awesome. And I learned something new. Steve Brochu. Hi, a rubber eraser wheel on a Duro removes the decals in a few short minutes without excuse me, any paint finish concerns. See, Steve, I think there's a fine line using those. Since they're rotating at high speed, leave them in contact with the paint too long, you burn the finish. Scratch the finish, damage the finish. I would never use anything like that myself. If you're good at it and you're proficient at it, why not? I'm not. Same thing as these people that talk about using razor blades. Can you imagine running a razor blade across your paint and hoping that it doesn't cut through the clear coat, cut into the paint, scratch up the surface? I would never do it. But this method that I'm talking about, using this spray stuff, absolutely the best way to do it. Now, Eric, you had asked me about the bed caps, so I am going to show you. Let's go over to the caps, and they're actually outside. That's good, they're in the light. Now, you can see here, I've got a nice, there's a little bit of movement. You can see that right here, but look at the distance here compared to what you've probably seen. It looks really good. Now, there's no weight on them, obviously, pushing them down, so I don't have that problem. But let's go over to the other side, let you see that. Same thing, you've got a little bit of a gap here, which, I mean, you know, you're gonna have a gap. It's a piece sitting on top of another piece, right? And there is a little bit of movement. You can see that move, right? Now, put a tonneau cover across here, which they all sit on the edge of the bed cap, and have some downward force pushing inside to the bed, and you're gonna lift that up. You know it's gonna happen, and it sucks. I have an idea, something I'm gonna try when I put my next cap on. I'm actually gonna measure out for a piece that I'm gonna put on right across the top, about a ½ an inch wide and however tall, of the rail there. I'll paint it black, and I'm gonna sit it so it's sitting on the rail right underneath the bed cap so that the bed cap cannot push down because that will hold it up. And I'm gonna put probably, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3, probably 3 of them on top of the rail. So you won't be able to see it, it'll be behind. But to me, that's the best way to do it. I mean, it'll be a mechanical fix, which I guess glue would be too. On the last truck, I actually pulled this up and put some different double-sided tape down because that's all Toyota uses. And then I put some glue on the bottom as well. Seemed to work pretty good, but I still saw the cap come up a little bit because of the pressure of the tonneau cover. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a piece like so, right underneath the edge. It'll be about 3 inches long, I think, and it'll sit on top of the rail that I have there and go up and contact the bottom of the rail cap, if you will. Now, I'll be able to do that because I can pull off the side rails, these rails here, and then put the piece, I can insert the piece above and then put the piece, or the side rail, back up. So it should be pretty simple to do. I just need to decide on what kind of material. I think ideally I would like to use metal, but I don't really have anything robust enough to cut metal like that, unless of course I get lucky and it's a size that you can buy little pieces in, which I doubt. So it's either gonna be, it's either gonna be plastic or wood, and I'll paint it and seal it and all that so that if it's wood, it's not gonna degrade. But you'll never see it. It'll be behind there and it'll be painted black. So that's my plan. I'm not sure if it's gonna work out well or not, but hopefully so. Here's a little quick walk around the truck. For those of you, oh, there's the white lettered tires, by the way. They've made a comeback. Pretty cool, I think. Wasn't sure about doing those from the beginning, but I decided that I was going to go ahead and go with the letters out. Let's see. Oops, I switched off to a different channel again. Anyway, that's it. Here went that wasp. right over my head. Man, he's motoring too. Maybe he's drinking Mountain Dew. I don't know. So far, I haven't had an opportunity to unalive him, so I don't know. Anyway, that's like I said, that's the last thing. The things that, in my opinion, are wrong with the 4th gen still. Simple things, nothing major, nothing to worry about, but just little easy things that, you know, it would be nice to fix. It'd be nice if Toyota fixes them, but I doubt that they will. I'm going to cut it off now. Been on here for I don't know how long, probably about an hour or so, I'm not sure. Thanks everybody for joining. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time on the web. Bye.